The man never imagined that as the strongest court mage, who had mastered all kinds of legendary magic, he would be kicked out of the team by the prince, just because the prince always charged ahead during dungeon expeditions, and refused to let anyone steal his spotlight. To protect the prince's safety, Jack even trained his weakest skill, support magic, to the master level. Under Jack's protection, the prince was unstoppable in the dungeon, but over time, the prince came to believe this was his own true strength, so he decided that Jack, a commoner who only knew support magic, was unworthy of being his teammate. Although he was kicked out of the team, Jack still refused to give up. The next day, Jack tried to speak with the king, because with the prince's current strength, going to the 30th floor of the dungeon was extremely dangerous, but due to his status as a commoner, Jack couldn't even get past the palace gates. Just then, the mage from the prince's team walked over, and mocked him, even tearing out the strategy guide Jack had prepared for the 30th floor, then ordered the guards to drive Jack away. Helpless, Jack had no choice but to leave. Before he knew it, he had arrived at the Magic Academy. At that moment, a familiar voice called out. It was Lisa, his former teammate. Back then, Jack had formed a team with the Academy's 4 prodigies, and they had cleared up to the 68th floor of the dungeon. They were hailed as legends of the Academy, because the boss on the 68th floor was a 5-headed evil dragon, which could only be slain using 5 elemental magics. Very few people in the entire kingdom could pull that off, and Jack just happened to possess that ability. After hearing what Jack had been through, Lisa immediately invited Jack to rejoin her team. Jack gladly accepted. The first step was to register Jack as an adventurer. Then they would explore the 52nd floor of the dungeon together, but trouble arose right at the first step. To enter above the 30th floor, a pass was required. Only adventurers registered with the guild for over 2 years could obtain one. Lisa couldn't wait that long, so she suggested exploring the shallow layers of the dungeon instead. Jack had no objections. It was a good chance for him to warm up. With their seamless teamwork, the shallow layer monsters were no match for them. But strangely, they should have cleared it long ago, yet the monsters kept multiplying. Seeing this, Jack used an offensive spell he hadn't cast in ages. Lisa supported him by setting up a defensive barrier. When Jack's lightning magic struck, a large number of monsters died instantly. They thought the battle was over, but a worm suddenly burst out from underground and swallowed Lisa whole. This was likely the culprit behind the anomaly on this floor. Jack didn't hesitate any longer and unleashed a legendary spell.
Sacrifice.
Did Lisa get killed along with it?